So, I wanted to show you what I got yesterday. This little wicker deal. It's almost too small. Well, it is too small. And it's really a piece of junk. It's kind of falling apart. But it was 35 bucks. And I've been wanting to make a swing to put under the treehouse. And I have had no luck in finding suitable outdoor furniture that I could cut up, take apart, redo, and make a swing. And actually, even though this thing's kind of short, it's pretty comfortable. So I'm gonna hang it. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Oh, if I can get my fat self up. Let's see. Let's turn this camera around. So this is it. Made in China. Had a sticker on the bottom. It's made very poorly, but it's kind of pretty and it's kind of comfortable. And it was available, and I'm ready to play. So we're gonna cut off the legs. We're gonna hook up something to hang it from and make a swing out of it. Now yesterday when I got it home, I've already done some repairs to it. Let me show you. I'm gonna turn it over. So this little, I don't know what you call these, little board or dowel had come undone from here. So I mixed some epoxy with some glass fibers, which I've had for decades, chopped glass, and made a paste and stuck that on there. And I know it's not a chemical bond. It's kind of a mechanical bond because it kind of wraps around it. I did the same thing here because this one was loose. I did a little bit here because this one was loose. And I did the same thing here because this one was loose. So now, I bought a 2x4 at the Home Depot. I think I'm just gonna put it across here and fasten it some kind of way. And hang from that 2x4 and put one across the front and ditto. Let's see, I can't lose much. 2x4s are down to less than $4 a piece. They were like twice that a couple of years ago. So from the center, I'm assuming this is the center, to the outside of the armrest is 26 inches. I don't want the support pushing on the armrest, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it 30. So 30 and 30, I'll cut my 2x4 60, and the other one should be 60 also. With my 60-inch board, 30, that's the middle. It kind of fits kind of halfway. It's touching here, it's touching here, and it's touching here. So I can probably get 2 screws here. It's gonna be tough to get one in here. I might have to drill it and put a bolt, or put a pipe strap, or just lash it. I don't know. Let me, I guess I'll put some C-clamps so I can flip it over, and then see what I can do to get a screw in it. Got to get started somehow, and eventually I'll cut these 2 legs off. Pre-drilling through the leg, because I don't know what kind of crap this is made out of. And then putting a screw with a washer, give it a little more holding power. Kind of thought they might poke through, but they haven't. So okay, I'm gonna do the same with this leg. Drill and screw. Nope, wrong tool. Okay, one more. All right. I think we need something in the middle. You get a screw, but it doesn't really fit that well. There's a pretty big gap. Maybe I'll cut a little wedge. Maybe I'll cut a big wedge and put it in there and then put 2 screws. Let's see.
So I cut a wedge that filled up that little gap out of a piece of treated with the other end of this board. And it's a good fit between the 2x4, so I glued it. And between the white wicker, I had pre-drilled the wicker. I went at an angle because I couldn't get the drill anywhere else. I did not drill the wedge on the first one, and of course the little edge split off of it. So on the second screw, I drilled the wedge. I pre-drilled and it went in well, and I think that back 2x4 is really, really strong. I think I've already made the wicker furniture stronger than it was probably when it was brand new.
Okay, I should have pre-drilled it because I split my wedge. Pre-drill this one. Screw in here. Okay. Now, I don't think there's anything keeping me from cutting the legs off. Now this joint, I don't think there's anything keeping me from cutting the legs off now this joint is going to get real weak. I'm going to have to do something with it because I think it's the two, yeah, you see the two together? So they have bent that up and strapped them together. So maybe I'll leave a few inches sticking down, and then maybe I'll lash them with something better than this, whatever they have lashed. All right, well, this is good. Let's do the front. So aesthetically, it would look better with the 2x4 behind the legs, where you could still get that pretty curve. Structurally, I don't think it'll be as strong because I don't have much contact here or here. I have good contact in the middle. Stability wise, it would be better in the front because I'd be put my center of gravity further between the two supports, so it'd be stronger and safer. Not as pretty. I'm probably not going to make Better Homes and Gardens magazine, so I'm gonna put it in the front. We'll paint it white and it won't look too bad.
Okay, with the front 2x4 now installed, I scribed the little end boards, two weird angles, so I just put it in place and marked it, cut them, and screwed them through the long boards into the short boards with some long screws.
So I have a feeling with the wood frame and all the screws I put in it that right now it is way stronger than it was when I brought it home yesterday afternoon and with the epoxy patches. But nevertheless, I'm going to cut these a little bit long and I'm going to lash them tight. I got some paracord or whatever you call that stuff, and I'll coat that with epoxy and that will get painted. The backs I will make a little bit longer because this parallels here and there's not going to be much left. So yeah, so I'm going to cut them right now and wrap them with paracord and flip it over and see what it looks like.
So I think this line is called paracord or something. Supposedly it's the stuff that they use on parachutes. Anyway, it's got a woven exterior and it has the glass filaments on the inside, and it is like 100 times stronger than the old cane that this thing was strapped together with originally.
Okay, I'm not an official knot tire, so don't get on my case. When I paint it with epoxy, it won't come undone. I'm gonna do that as soon as I finish, and then go eat lunch. Put it out in the sun, and it's gonna be very hot this afternoon. Epoxy will set post haste. That means fast, I think. Let's see where my scissors go. Ooh, scissors are razor sharp. Let's try another pair. A little better. Okay, so I'll go under this one. Right there. Okay, that's it. I don't know that that's great, but I noticed like 400% better than what was on there before, so I'm okay with that. Okay, just finished sealing up my black lashings with epoxy, and I had some left over, so I sealed up the ends of the white lashings to try to keep them from unraveling quite so bad. And now it's a sticky mess, so let's leave it alone for an hour or so. But it is in the sun, and the sun is hammering, so I'm not going to give this, I don't think it's going to be too long before I can work on it again. Maybe an hour and a half.
So I'm going to route a big round over on all the areas that would be or could be potential shin hitters.
Okay, I got two pieces of rope the same length, put one on the other end and one on this end. This is good stuff. And I just watched a video on how to tie a bowline. And it's easy. So you got your bitter end, you got this end, you do a little loop, you pull this between the loop, put the rope in there, and that's it. And the good thing about a bowline is it won't slip, and if you want to untie it later, you can. It will not tighten up on itself where you can't get it apart. That's it. So now I need to hang this thing and decide how much tilt to put in it, and then okay, so let's see. So when I hang it and decide how much tilt to put in it, then I can cinch this off and maybe even tie a loop in it. I'm not sure, but I need to hang it so I can sit in it. All right, let's go hang the swing. I have everything I need except the impact because I ran the battery down cutting popcorn trees, but it'll be good in 30 or 40 minutes, and it'll take us that long to get set up. So let's get it. Well, I lost my load before it got here. The swing and the cushions and the ladder fell off. That's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on this joist, the one to the right of the tree, which seems kind of far back, but that would leave me to put another one on this joist facing it. So I could put it on this joist, but it's gonna be, I don't know, maybe I'll do that.
Maybe I'll put it on this joist, and then when I get the other swing, which I don't have or haven't made, yeah, that'll be all right. Now this joist is pretty crooked, but it doesn't matter. Got this nice swing hardware from a swing set that was in Colin's backyard that a tree took down. Oh yeah, this is gonna be cinchy. So I just want to undo these. Come on, baby. Okay, I'll put 1, 2 of these, and they're gonna be like 34 inches apart because my 2x4s that the rope's tied to are 30 inches apart. That'll make sure that the rope doesn't impede on the handles. And then I can hang the chain. I don't have anything to cut it with, but I can tie wrap it up for now. I think it's gonna be plenty long enough because if I remember right, his swing set was real tall. So let's get 2 of these up. I got the center lines marked already, so just need to drill and screw, and this is where I'm gonna need my impact to get them all the way in, but I can get them started with my drill. Okay, I've got a problem. This is a problem. These are the screws I have here, and these are the ones I wanted to use. So, washers, I guess I need to go get some washers. I don't have any washers here. Well, I say that. I only need 4 for now. Go see if I can find some washers. I'm not optimistic. Well, I didn't find any suitable washers, but I did find some lag screws that I think are more than adequate, and they do not go through the hole. I'll be able to tell when I crank these down with the ratchet how much weight they'll be able to hold. And if not, we'll run to the hardware store and get some washers for these long ones. Now, as a benefit, these are not tempered. This is just mild steel. So they can withstand some bending without snapping. These things, as skinny as they are, they got to be tempered steel, which means if you stress them back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, they'll snap. So maybe all those either shorter, it might even be just as safe. Can't imagine all 4 of them coming out at the same time. Either way, let's go put one up and see what happens. Okay, first one's in. There's no way that's coming out. I could torque those down pretty darn hard. First chain is on, and it is obviously plenty long enough. It's dragging on the ground. This is gonna just take a couple minutes. Let's go do the other one. Okay, took a little fiddling, but I got it where I want it. Height-wise, leaning side to side and leaning front to back. I think it's good. So I'm gonna put the cushion in a safe place and throw a coat of paint on the whole thing with my weenie roller. Shouldn't take but just a second.